Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? It's me. And I wanted to do this live because I wanted to share some information, some study material. I brought back chakra affirmations. I used to do them before when the Urban Mystic Academy wasn't called an academy, it was actually a coven. And I would do monthly motivation, and it would be affirmations for each chakra. I didn't pull a card. That's something new, because I didn't have chakra cards back then. So I want to get into more of diving into magic and that spirituality side, a scientific background, documented type situation. And so the NEUROMONICON, let me get this book. I gotta find the cover, because I took the cover off because I didn't want it to get fucked up. But the author, he wrote it out to me. I paid almost £300 for this book. And I love to read. I love to read ancient stuff. You know, this book is highly needed, right? For those of us that look at things from a magical, I don't know. I just feel like everybody needs it. It's like a modern day. It calls it a 21st century grimoire, and so what that means, it's like a Bible. It's like a Bible for spiritual practitioners, you know what I mean? Like, you know, over here the King James Bible is the basic. So a grimoire is just like, you know, a group of, you know, not a group, but like a canon of just material, you know, that people use to kind of guide them on how they should do spell work and stuff like that. And so I like this because it touches on so many different topics, like Book 1, Theory, Sympathetic Magic, which I talked about. Somebody asked a question on live about candle magic. Candle magic falls into that. The 10 Circuits, that deals with the Kabbalah and the Tree of Life. Altered States, which are frequencies, neurothology, archetypes, shadow of the archetypes, characters, the alphabet of desire, voice magic, magical art, enchantment, divination, raising power, possession, sex magic. Book 2, practice, the magician's pyramid, to know, to will, to dare, the altar, meditation, subtle anatomy, the circle, scrying, numerology, grammatia, sortilege. This gets into dice, cut up runes, tarot, binary codes, Ifa, like the Enochian calls, thought forms, egregore, mass of the rays, all 7 rays. Book 3, context, the I Ching, or the I King, however you want to pronounce that, the greater mind, the matrix, the neuromancer's runes, Neurgotia, infernal witchcraft, tantra, Hindu, Buddhist, Voodoo. Like, this book goes into so much stuff, right? It's just ridiculous. Like, you could read it through if you want to, but it's also meant to be broken down into study pieces. It's literally like a set of grimoire, or a modern day magical Bible. So the author, Nathaniel J. Harris, did a reboot, added commentary, and now the book is available on paperback for like $15. I'm not mad because I like this, the power that it holds, it's signed, so I was like, damn, why he do that? But, you know, I'd rather have this. It's very meaningful. The author has a lot of history with magic, especially over there in Britain and London. Chaos Magic was in that group, kind of denouncing chaos magic, and I could kind of understand why. The more I go into my studies, the more I feel like chaos magic is like an oxymoron or something. I don't know. I'll get into that in another video. But So, I wanted to take note that I showed you guys earlier that the author gave me a shout out. Like, I personally know him. No, not personally. I'm sorry. That's not the truth. He's a mentor, and I followed him for a long time. I don't even know how I discovered this dude. I was reading his books, his other work, and then lo and behold, when I got into the occult scene, him and another book writer that I'm friends with, somebody that knows E.A. Quetting. So, the occult scene will have you, networking with a lot of people that you don't realize or had a certain impact. So this guy's had an impact on magic, especially for the modern age. And I asked him to be a part of his group, so he's my mentor and stuff like that. So I was really honored that he put me in the reboot that's on the paperback. So I thought that was really cool. For each month that we focus on a chakra with the affirmations, we're going to do a study piece because he touches on all 7 chakras, and I'm going to read from the reboot. And so, which one is this, y'all? The one we're doing this month? I just looked at it, but I've been running my mouth so much that I actually forgot. Let me see here. Root chakra. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. So, root chakra was chosen for September. Thank you to everybody who participated. I don't like to come off kind of harsh sometimes, but, I want everybody to try to at least participate and engage, especially for those that have issues with anxiety and fear and participating and stuff. So, I appreciate people that step up with the effort, right? So, I move with certainty and courage. I face adversity head on and with courage. I embrace my flaws because I am duality. Adversity comes with the ability to overcome it. I draw from the power I have within myself. I add value to people's lives, and I'm worthy of love and all things I want in the world. So, we're going to start off with the root chakra. Muladhara. I think I got that right. Muladhara. Root. Bio-survival. The root circuit is related to instinct, security, survival, and also to basic human potentiality. Physically, it governs sexuality. Mentally, it governs stability. Emotionally, it governs sensuality. And spiritually, it governs a sense of security. It is said to relate to the gonads and the adrenal medulla, responsible for the fight or flight impulse when survival is under threat. The foundation of the electromagnetic energy body system and the resting place of the coiled kundalini serpent, an ancient symbol corresponding to the energetic connection between the electromagnetic energy field of the body and the electromagnetic pulse from the core of the earth. Corresponding to nerve ganglia in the perineum, its main function is to channel energy upward from the earth into our feet, legs, and spine, keeping us stable and grounded. In the homunculus, the areas between the feet and the base of the spine correspond with the limbic system, called sometimes the reptile or lizard or serpent brain, governing our most primordial instincts. Associated endocrine glands relate to the ovaries in women and the testes in men. Activation of the root circuit also stimulates neurons in the reptilian area of the brain. So, a lot of us, when we hear about reptilians, right, or being reptilian-like, it's because it's people that they don't know how to operate past their lower base thinking, which is, like you said, the medulla. All that's right here at the base of the brain. And so when you're scared or when you're in fear or when you're always in survival mode, Your neurons, nothing connects past this area in the back. All of this shit up here with thinking, creativity, writing, reading, I don't know, all the other shit that's not scared. When you're in that state, nothing's feeding these areas. Everything's just going to here. And so think about the people that you come in contact with who are always on the defense. You know, people that live in areas where there's nothing but violence. Think about, you know, their thought process, their education level. They literally can't get past anything because they're only operating in this lower base thinking. And society kind of wants us to be that way. Homeland Security with its, you know, the colors to show you what level of fucking fear or danger we're in or some shit. All of these things are designed. It's all the way to keep instilling, keep hitting that shit, right? This chakra is where the three main nadi of Tibetan yoga separate and begin their upward movement. In the Hindu system, the dormant Kundalini serpent rests here, wrapped 3.5 times around the back. I should have practiced these words. Svayambhu Linga, the lowest of 3 obstructions, granthis, to her full rising. It is the seat of the red bindu, the female drop, which in Tibetan Vajrayana is located at the navel chakra. We have ascertained through neurology that the earliest imprints of infancy affect these lower areas of the brain. For example, childhood trauma leaves measurable damage to the amygdala. When I wasn't going through foster parent class for my nephew, they talked about that a lot in children, that the children in foster care they can't operate past their lower brain because they're always in survival mode, because literally they don't know what's going to happen to them. I also talk about this to anybody that ever does that's gotten a reading from me before, and we go into the root chakra, and I say, you know, where's that inner child wound that you have to heal? Because we all have one. You know, and it all stems back to the root. So this is just deep. It helps me. This study piece right here just helps me kind of communicate more effectively what it is that I do and what do I see. And it just confirms everything that I just get from spirit and from cards, right? And from divinating. Let's see here. Sorcery theory postulates that memory imprints are held in this area of the energy field relating to attachment to the mother. Early trauma shows up in this field as imbalances and may relate to disordered attachments in later life. Victims of mind-controlled cults often submitted to violent abuses that exploit psychological effects described as attachment theory will have often disordered attachments to their abusers. This will also affect the energy body's foundational balance, resulting in a weaker field overall, often corresponding with weakened immune system and other ailments. So just listen to that. When your root chakra's fucked up, when you're in a state of fear and anxiety, that shit fucks with your immune system and your overall energy field. Your energy field reaches out to at least 8 to 12 feet in the air, right? And if you're sick or if your immune system is weak, imagine what could get caught up in that. So just understand what fear and anxiety and anger and all these low vibrational emotions do to you when you continue to expose yourself to them on a regular basis to the point where you think it's normal, right? Because we all have normalized abuse in some point in our life. Disrupted first circuit imprints, whether from infancy or later, may also result in an overactive root circuit manifesting as compulsive and or addictive behaviors and a sense of general dissatisfaction. The good news is that imbalances in the biofield can be corrected, sometimes instantaneously. Once we understand what they are, these changes corresponding with the new ordered imprints in the neural regions of the lower reptilian brain, associated with the ineffable circuit of Malkuth, the law of the red ray, Ganesh, Lord Ganesh, I work with him, hey, and the Shakti, known as Dakini, and infralow delta brainwaves. The voice is Magic. Seed mantra employed to activate the circuit is LAM. 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 So, this is interesting because, like I said, it just confirms the information that I've ascertained by doing readings and just my own spiritual research and guidance. So, he puts everything together to where it just makes logical, practical sense. And so I hope you guys take this information. I hope you do something with it. There's a lot of healing to do. The healing doesn't stop. It's every day. So it's like, where are we going to target? And I feel like the root chakra is the first chakra that should be addressed because it is your root. It is your foundation. And according to this material, it helps create your energy field, your immune system. If it's imbalanced, it's messing with that, So again, just realize what low vibration emotions, anger, fear, what they can do when you are normalizing them. Again, these emotions are meant to be had. They're for a reason. But we are not to, when you start to just stay in the same state for a long time, that's just awkward, right? People that are always happy or always sad, it goes either way. So if you're living in a state of fear, a state of anxiety, anger, depression, and it's normalized to the point where this is a part of your daily routine, think about if you're always getting sick or if you're always tired or, think about the effects that may be happening to you that you don't even realize, so that's all I got to say. I've been running my mouth for a little bit, but I just wanted to incorporate, this information into my work. Like I said, I love this author. He's a really good guy. And he's very neutral with his approach to magic. It's like school. It's like an education, like how it's supposed to be. It doesn't care about your race, religion, creed, culture. The facts are the facts. And I like people who operate in that manner, So, I'll talk to y'all later.